I did the program in liberal medical education, so this is actually my 6th year at Brown, 2nd year at the medical school. I really wanted an educational experience that was my own, and Brown was the perfect place for that.
The students at Brown are amongst the smartest and most independent students I've ever seen. But they don't just come in the lab and pick up a pipette and measure a few things and go home. They get immensely actively involved in the research projects that take place, and they take it upon themselves not only to learn the techniques of the research, but to help design and establish the research programs that are taking place.
I mentioned orthopedic surgery, specifically trauma, so broken bones, and one of the things that we know is that smokers have decreased rates of healing after they break their bones. And so we have a project looking at, we need people to stop smoking so that we can get you to heal as quickly as possible.
Research has gotten very specialized in very small areas, but what's very, very clear is that to make the maximal progress, you've got to bring people together who have different scientific backgrounds. You've got to bring together basic scientists with people who are physician scientists, and you've got to be able to get each one to teach the other one so that between them they can come to a place that neither one of them could have gotten to by themselves.
The dean of the medical school happens to be a lung doctor with a focus on smoking, cessation, and lung diseases. And so we said, he knows something about lungs, we know something about bones. And then it just happened that from one email, he said, that sounds like a great project. He says, I don't know anything about bones, but let's get together. We have basic scientists working in the lab, my mentor who's just an orthopedic trauma surgeon. We have the dean of the medical school who is our lung doctor, and it becomes all of us working together on this problem that isn't really specific to what he's doing, but it means a lot that the dean cares to help us.
By bringing researchers together, we're going to be able to really understand what causes disease in a much better way than we do now. And we're going to train our students to not only be the best doctors that they can be, but we're going to train them to be able to be whatever they want to be, whether it's practitioner, physician scientist, a societal advocate, whatever it is. Learning more about how diseases are generated and then developing treatments for those diseases impacts not just the people with these diseases, it impacts their loved ones, it impacts society, it impacts Rhode Island, it impacts the nation, it impacts the world. Working together, we can change people's lives. We can generate new knowledge, we can figure out how diseases work, we can come up with new therapies, and then we can apply them in the most optimal way to our patients.